watch that you regret watching after you've seen it? Like you thought it was bad or something?
Regrets? Oh, I was having a nice day with my boyfriend, and like, hey, we've never seen Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh my
Let's watch
God!
Grave of the Fireflies. And the entire day after that, we were so down. We couldn't get out of the depression that it caused us. That and Air. Air. I was so devastated for like, no, it's a great series. I was just devastated for a week.
I was in and I wrote part of this show called Gantz,
Oh, yeah.
and it kind of sickened me emotionally. Like first of all, the character I played was probably the most dastardly character in the whole thing, and an eighth grader with just the most black heart you could ever imagine, but then after writing it and watching it and acting in it, I started to feel damaged inside a little bit, and I was glad when he died, and I was just like, oh God, I couldn't work on that much more, and I actually had to turn the writing over to someone else because I couldn't stand to watch. You know, when you're writing a show, you're repeating, and you're watching things over and over, and I was just like, this is making me ill. Like I feel horrible even looking at this. I know people love the show, but when you have to look at that much violence, even if it's animated, that often, that much negativity, it starts to like color you in a bad way. So.
Is anybody here a Paprika fan?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good.
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I changed my mind.
No.
I watched it, and I don't know. I don't know if there's like a general consensus, but I thought that it was trying really hard to be postmodern, and I couldn't get past it. And I was,
You just thought it tried too hard.
It was trying really hard, but it lost the audience. Well, it lost us. So. Let's get somebody we haven't gotten.
Okay. Do you wad or fold your toilet paper?
I haven't really thought about that. I guess wad. I don't take the time to, you know? I don't know.
I thought the questions last night were weird. Wow. I guess I wad it. Yeah, I don't think about it.
I never really thought about that.
Can you say, will you marry me, Kaname in Sosuke's voice?
Konami, will you marry me? If you say no, it will be a problem.
Someone in the center back. Yes. What was the what?
First
Anime you ever watched?
I'm old. It was Speed Racer.
That's hard. I don't know. It might have been, has anybody seen The Little Mermaid from like the 70s?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I have really early memories about that film. So I think it might have been that, but not knowingly that I was watching an anime.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was 5 and I was like, this show is cool.
And Speed Racer, yeah.
Oh, and then I guess my second one, the Last Unicorn counts, right?
I would say no.
No?
It was
I've heard
Rankin Bass.
some people claim that it is and some people don't, so,
It was
okay.
Rankin Bass. It was American. They hired Japanese people, but
Okay, well, I'll just go with Speed Racer then.
Pokemon! I'm playing the new one right now.
This should come as a shock to nobody after everything I said, but it's Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I can play that for like 10 hours. Oh God. Calculus. The calculus thing keeps coming up because one of the voiceover gigs I have right now is I'm voicing calculus e-learning modules for high school kids. And I have to make it sound all fun. Like calculus is awesome. And like I have to say stupid taglines like, once you figured out the problem, click submit. And I'm like, oh God. And I know there's like some high school kid in America somewhere going, oh God, it's the click submit guy. What? Why is he so happy about calculus? Because he gets paid to be.
Yeah, question
recording lines. The hardest thing, getting in the booth, getting jobs, especially right now in California. There's not a lot of anime work. So the hardest part is really the in-between that you're really tested. That's big.
I think, yeah, the easiest part is like the fact that you can roll up to the studio in like the ugliest outfit and the worst hair of your life, like with the 5-day shadow on your face, and like you can still sound like a 17-year-old in a mech, you know, it doesn't matter, it's cool. But the hardest thing is see, like when you're on stage, you get to use your face and your body and your voice to tell a story, but when you're doing voiceover work, you have only your voice to tell a story with. So you have to learn how to use just your vocal instrument to tell an entire story. And yes, it's very true. The time between gigs, that's where you make all your money, because you're just like, it sucks being in between jobs. And it's, so yeah, it's the auditioning and the waiting and blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Any other question? Oh, right over here.
I would assume it varies from region to region. I mean, I think I'm really lucky. Like in Houston right now, I've had a lot of clients recently. You have to understand though that like, I used to make my living off of doing anime, but the anime industry has really, really suffered over the past couple of years, and now I make my living off of doing stuff like calculus modules and commercials and audiobooks and narrating documentaries and things like that. And in Houston right now, the market isn't bad at all. I'm on my third callback for a new animated series. I just did the lead in a new American animated film that's coming out in November called Last Flight of the Champion, and I'm the lead, and you need to go see it when it comes out. Thank you. So it's cool, but I think the anime market is really tough for everyone right now, but I don't want to speak for LA. LA speaking for themselves.
LA right now, unless you're on Bleach or Naruto, there's basically, I don't know if anybody else is working on shows in LA right now. Right now, LA is really excruciatingly slow, but you know what? We're getting a lot of video game work. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past few months is video games. Oh wow, lots of hands.
You want to ask a question? Or do we have 5 minutes?
No. Question.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of video games, this is a question, about the game room. Do you want to join a tournament?
Do I want to join a tournament? When and?
Later tonight.
Oh, tonight I think we're going to a museum.
After this.
Art museum? What time is the tournament?
Whenever I can get stuff set.
Okay, we'll talk. We will talk. That sounds like fun.
To expound a little bit on that question, I'm working on 7 shows at Funimation right now. For some reason, Funimation is really, they're like really alive right now. Yeah, that's part of it. And they bought a lot of the old ADV titles too. So luckily, I have a lot of even anime work right now. So I'm really blessed right now, and I'm really thankful. But if it weren't for Funimation, dude, I'm like, there's nothing going on. Yeah.
Funimation is where it's at.
Apparently, I don't know. You. Yeah. Yeah. No. You. Yes. In the back. Yes.
I was going in to record for .hackgu, and when I noticed there are a lot of girls with audition sides, and I just happened to peek over and see that they're auditioning for Haruhi Suzumiya. And so I called them like, hey, I really want to be in this show. So they let me audition, but we decided against sending it off because it was a union gig, and yeah, so I would have loved to be in that show though. I love that show.
I have sort of a really weird story about that. I really wanted to be, I didn't get to audition for D. Gray Man. But I ended, okay, a couple of things. I really wanted to be one of the leads in D. Gray Man. I really didn't care what. But I just saw the sides, and I knew what the show was basically about. I was like, I have to be in that show. But I didn't get to audition. So, turns out later on, I got to play an episode character. He's in like 3 episodes.